A Wall Street billionaire just got arrested for running a sex trafficking ring from his Manhattan penthouse. Howard Rubin, a former manager for George Soros's fund, allegedly built a soundproofed red sex dungeon in his apartment, complete with electrocution devices. For a decade, he and his assistant allegedly flew women to New York for brutal BDSM encounters, spending over $1 million on the operation. Prosecutors say Rubin forced victims to sign NDAs, threatening to ruin their lives if they spoke out. This isn't just about one depraved billionaire. It's about a shadow financial system that protects the elite. The same Wall Street titans who control our economy are allegedly operating with total impunity, running sophisticated trafficking networks from their luxury towers. This case rips the mask off the financial industry's darkest secrets, exposing a world of exploitation and power that the mainstream media is too scared to touch.
The U.S. government just exposed a $312 billion shadow banking system run by China that's funding human trafficking. A bombshell report from the Treasury's FinCEN Bureau dropped today, revealing how Chinese money laundering networks are washing money from Mexican drug cartels. These aren't small-time crooks. They are a global financial empire, enabling the flow of illicit cash that fuels the entire trafficking industry. They use shell companies, complicit bank employees, and sophisticated trade-based schemes to move billions. This shadow economy is how cartels get paid for poisoning our communities and how traffickers finance their operations. It's a complex web of corruption that connects the streets of Mexico to the highest levels of Chinese finance. And it's all happening right under our noses. The scale is staggering, and it proves that trafficking isn't just a crime, it's a global business.
That luxury watch on your wrist could be washing blood money. The trillion-dollar human trafficking industry needs a way to clean its dirty cash, and it's found the perfect partner, the luxury goods market. From high-end art and super yachts to designer bags and rare diamonds, criminals are using these status symbols to launder their profits in plain sight. These items are easily transportable, hold their value, and the market is notoriously unregulated. Traffickers can buy a $1 million painting with cash and sell it at auction, turning illicit funds into legitimate assets. FinCEN reports that over $53 billion in suspicious real estate transactions are also linked to these networks. The glitz and glamour of the luxury world are providing a perfect cover for the world's most heinous crimes. Every high-value purchase could be another link in the chain of modern slavery.
A former top manager for billionaire George Soros's hedge fund has been arrested for running a depraved sex trafficking ring. Howard Rubin, who helped run Soros's quantum fund for years, is accused of operating a decade-long trafficking network out of his Manhattan penthouse. This isn't just a random Wall Street creep. This is a man from the inner circle of one of the world's most powerful financial dynasties. The indictment alleges Rubin spent over $1 million flying women in for brutal encounters in his custom-built sex dungeon. This explosive case raises terrifying questions about the circles of power and the dark secrets they hide. How deep does the rot go? The arrest of a Soros-connected financier for sex trafficking isn't just a scandal, it's a glimpse into the terrifying intersection of wealth, power, and exploitation that operates above the law.
Silicon Valley's utopian dream is built on a foundation of modern slavery. While tech billionaires preach about changing the world, their companies are being sued for using cobalt mined by enslaved children in the Congo to build your iPhone. But it gets darker. Right in the heart of Silicon Valley, high-end apartments are being turned into brothels in a massive human trafficking scheme. The same tech that connects us is being used to recruit and exploit victims. A new report shows only a handful of the world's biggest tech companies are even trying to address forced labor in their supply chains. From the mines where their minerals are sourced to the brothels operating in their own backyard, the tech industry has a massive trafficking problem it refuses to admit. The innovation that powers our world is inextricably linked to a shadow economy of exploitation.
The real estate market is the new Swiss bank account for human traffickers. Forget offshore accounts. Criminals are now laundering their billions through luxury properties. A staggering $53.7 billion in suspicious real estate transactions have been linked to Chinese money laundering networks that service traffickers and cartels. Here's how it works. A trafficker uses a shell company and illicit cash to buy a multi-million-dollar condo in New York or Miami. They hold it for a while, then sell it. The money from the sale is now clean and looks like a legitimate real estate profit. It's the perfect way to wash vast sums of money with very little risk. Your city's skyline is being built with blood money. The housing crisis and the trafficking crisis are two sides of the same corrupt coin.
There's an ancient, untraceable money system that's fueling modern slavery, and it's called Hawala. Operating completely outside the global banking system, it's a shadow network built on trust and honor that allows traffickers to move billions of dollars with zero digital trail. A trafficker in one country can give cash to a Hawala broker, and with a simple phone call or text message, another broker in a different country will give the same amount to their associate. No banks, no wire transfers, no records. It's the financial equivalent of a ghost. Law enforcement is scrambling to keep up as this centuries-old system has become the preferred payment method for terrorist organizations, drug cartels, and human trafficking rings. It's a multi-billion-dollar black hole in the global financial system, making it nearly impossible to follow the money and stop the flow of illicit cash. The question is, how do you fight something that leaves no trace? This is the reality we're facing today.
The unregulated art market is the ultimate playground for the criminal underworld. While the world sees priceless masterpieces, traffickers see the perfect tool for laundering money. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry with a shocking lack of oversight, making it a paradise for washing dirty cash. A trafficker can anonymously buy a painting for millions in cash, then use it as collateral for a loan or sell it at a prestigious auction house, effectively cleaning the money. The identities of buyers and sellers are often kept secret, and the prices are completely subjective. This opacity has turned the art world into a global laundromat for the profits of human trafficking, drug smuggling, and terrorism. The beautiful painting hanging in a museum might have a history far darker and more violent than anyone can imagine. It's the art of the steal on a global scale.
It's an unholy alliance that's created a trillion-dollar criminal empire. Mexican drug cartels have partnered with Chinese underground banks to create the world's most powerful money laundering machine. The cartels have mountains of U.S. drug cash they can't get into the formal banking system. Meanwhile, wealthy Chinese elites are desperate to get their money out of China, past strict government controls. The solution? The cartels give their dirty dollars to Chinese money launderers in the U.S. The launderers then sell those dollars to Chinese citizens who pay for them using their bank accounts in China. The money never crosses a border. The cartels get clean cash in Mexico, and the Chinese elites get their money out. This shadow banking system is the financial engine that powers the global trafficking of both drugs and people.
Non-disclosure agreements aren't just for corporate secrets anymore. They're the new weapon for silencing trafficking victims. Wall Street elites, like the recently arrested Howard Rubin, are allegedly forcing their victims to sign ironclad NDAs before subjecting them to brutal abuse. These legal documents threaten victims with financial ruin and public humiliation if they ever speak out. It's a tactic designed to buy their silence and ensure impunity. The NDAs often include clauses where the victim assumes the risk of injury, turning a legal document into a license for abuse. This is how the powerful stay powerful. They use the very legal system designed to protect people as a tool of coercion and control. It's a chilling look at how the shadow economy of trafficking uses corporate tactics to protect its most valuable assets, the perpetrators themselves.